Namaste to all students. Khushro Vidya, myself JVM Dr. Khushbu Verma from Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science. Today we are going to discuss about the Wobble hypothesis. This session is related to molecular biology course of program MSc Microbiology and MSc Biotechnology second sem. So first of all, you have to know about the Wobble hypothesis. Who proposed the Wobble hypothesis? So Crick in 1996 proposed the Wobble hypothesis to explain the degeneracy of the genetic code. Except for tryptophan and methionine, more than one codon directs the synthesis of one amino acid. There are 61 codons that synthesize amino acids. Therefore, there must be 61 tRNA each having different anticodons. But the total number of tRNA is less than 61. That is the main problem. So this may be explained that the anticodon of some tRNA read more than one codon. Means they can be complementary, partially complementary to more than one codon present in messenger RNA. In addition, identity of the third codon seems to be unimportant. For example, we can understand by this example like CGU, CGC, CGA and CGG all are code for the arginine. For example, here you can understand like CGU, CGC, CGA and CGG, all four basically code for a single amino acid which is arginine. It appears that CG specifies the arginine because in all four codons CG is common. These are two first codons and the third one are different. So CG is specified basically important for the specification of the arginine and the third letter is not important. Conventionally, the codons are written from the 5' to the 3' end. Therefore, the first and second bases specifies the amino acid in some cases. According to the Wobble hypothesis, only first and second base of the triple codon in the direction of 5' to 3' messenger RNA pair with the bases of the anticodon of tRNA. That is A with U or G with C. The pairing of the third bases varies according to the base at the position. For example, G may pair with the C. The conventional pairing is known as the Watson-Crick pairing, and the second abnormal pairing is called Wobble pairing. This was observed from the discovery that the anticodon of yeast alanine tRNA contains the nucleotide inosine in the first position that paired with the third base of the codon. Inosine was also found at the first position in other tRNA, which is for the isoleucine and serine. The purine inosine is the Wobble nucleotide and is similar to the guanine, which normally pairs with the A, U, G, and C. Means it can make the pairing with all purine and pyrimidines present in the messenger RNA. The concept of the Wobble hypothesis you can understand by the diagrammatic representation. Here I am showing you can simply see this is the tRNA having amino acid. This is messenger RNA region which is UGU and GUG. You can see here that this tRNA is having ACA which is complementary to the messenger RNA and this one is CAC. So that's how preparation occurs. For example, a glycine tRNA with anticodon in the direction of 5' to 3, it is TCC. Will glycine codon GGU, GGA and GGG. The U at the vowel position means at the third position will be able to pair with an adenine or a guanine. Due to the vowel base pairing, one tRNA becomes able to recognize more than one codons for an individual amino acids. By the direct sequences of several tRNA molecules, the Wobble hypothesis is confirmed, which explains the pattern of redundancy in genetic code in some anticodons. For example, the anticodons containing U, I, and means inosine and G in the first position in 5' to 3' direction. Generally, Watson-Crick pairing occurs between AGC and GCU. However, AGU and GCU pairing hydrogen bonds are formed between G and U. Such abnormal pairing called Wobble hypothesis. Again, you can understand this concept. This is global pairing of one glycine tRNA with three codons of messenger RNA due to vowel in 5' to 3' direction. You can simply see this is the tRNA for glycine. Same, all tRNA having glycine amino acid. You can see these are the codons, messenger RNA codon, which is GGU, GGC, GGA, and GGG. These messenger RNA codons are basically for a single amino acid, which is glycine. So, for glycine, tRNA anticodons will be ICC or CCC, like this CCI, because in the direction of 5' to 3', so this is 5' to 3', so ICC, ICC, and ICC, but CCC. So these are two anticodons which can recognize these four messenger RNA codon. So here we can simply see this is the third number of nitrogenous base is not more important in the case of recognition of the codons for amino acids. So this is known as Wobble pairing. Here you can see this. This is isoleucine. Isoleucine can I can recognize the U, I can recognize the C, and I can recognize the A. There is no such specification for the recognition of the third uh, nitrogenous base present in the messenger RNA code. So three types of the Wobble pairing have been proposed already. First one is the U in the Wobble position of the tRNA anticodon pairs with A or G of the codon. Second, G pairs with U or C. Third is I pairs with A, U or C. If we discuss about the new genetic codes, so first one is genetic codes which are present in the mitochondria. So earlier we have described that the genetic code is universal. It was also believed that the genetic code does not undergo any kind of a evolution and therefore should be static. However, during the last few years, it was shown that variations in the genetic code are found in mitochondria, particularly studied in yeast and mammals. In the case of yeast mitochondria, UGA codes for tryptophan, although in the nucleus gene, UGA is the termination codon. Similar, the codons beginning with the CU represents the instead of leucine, and AUA codon represents for the methionine instead of ILE. It has also been shown that although a new genetic code may exist in mitochondria, but mitochondria in all organisms may not have the same genetic code. For the instance, UGA in mitochondria does not always code for the tryptophan. In the gene coding for MAGE cytochrome oxidase subunit second, UGA codon is not represented and tryptophan is coded by the codon CGG, codes for the methionine in mitochondria of mammals, Xenopus, yeast, and Drosophila, but not in the Neurospora and Aspergillus. It has also been shown in the mitochondria a number of single tRNA species with uracil in the vowel position read all four codons in a family. It is also shown that there are only 22 tRNA in the mitochondria as against 55 tRNA in universal code, and these are adequate for the reading of 60 codons, the remaining 4 being termination codons. The genetic code, second one is the genetic code in the ciliate protozoa. In 1986, a different genetic code was shown to be present in ciliate protozoa, which is Mycoplasma capricolum. In this genetic code, codons UAA and UAG specify glutamine instead of stop signals. In future, more such cases may be discovered showing diversity in the genetic code. So this is the basically Wobble hypothesis, where you can simply understand that genetic code having three bases, nitrogenous bases, but starting of the two nitrogenous bases are much important. But in case of a third nitrogenous base, it is not important for the recognition of the amino acid. So this is how uh, only one tRNA can recognize with amino acid can recognize more than one codons present in the messenger RNA. That's why we don't need such a huge amount of the tRNA. And one more thing you can understand, like if one base pair at the 5' end, like G, C, A, U, I are present, so number 3 base in messenger RNA means G can recognize if first one base present in the tRNA is G, so it can recognize the number 3 base in messenger RNA at the third dash end can be uracil or cytosine. On the other hand, if there is C in the tRNA at the 5' end means first number of base, so it can recognize the third number of nitrogenous base at the third dash end is it can recognize the G. In tRNA, if we have A means adenine, so it can recognize uracil in the messenger RNA at the third dash end. If we are having uracil in the 5' end of the tRNA, so it can recognize adenine or guanine both. If we are having I in the tRNA at the 5' end, so it can recognize three types of messenger RNA bases at the third dash end, means third number of nitrogenous base, adenine, uracil, and cytosine. So that's how we can differentiate like these five bases which are present in the tRNA. G, C, A, U, and I can recognize one or more than one base in the messenger RNA. That's why we don't need more than so much in huge amount of tRNA. So this is the sum up of this session, and this session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. If you have any query, then mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.